Right now, it's a boom of information, knowledge, availability of products, availability of diagnostics. I think this is the right time for someone who wants to take up veterinary as a profession,
Right.
and I'm sure you won't regret it. But of course, the first thing is that you must love the animals.
Hi, Dr. Rana. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
Good evening, everyone. All well?
Okay. So, Dr. Rana is also my personal vet for Pasha and Matli, and we have frequent flyers at his clinic. So, even during the lockdown, we've been to see him once. Pasha was getting checked up by him for something. Dr. Rana, so we'll start with a little bit about, for people who don't know you, where are you from?
Uh, I am from, that's a very good question. I'm born in Hyderabad,
Okay,
brought up in Bangalore,
okay.
living here in Gurgaon. I belong to Haryana, basically.
So you're very Indian, basically.
Total Desi Bhai.
Okay, and how long have you been vet?
I've been vet. I graduated in 86, 1986.
Okay, from?
So, from the College of Veterinary Sciences in Bangalore.
Okay,
I did my schooling in college from Bangalore.
okay.
Lucky enough, I grew up in Bangalore while Bangalore was a beautiful place.
And the temperature was still nice.
So temperatures were so nice that we did not have fans in Bangalore when we went there in 1970,
Wow,
and we didn't need a quilt in the winters. So the
wow.
temperature was fairly comfortable and nice.
Nice. So, so 85. So you've been doing this for almost 30 years, if
Yeah,
not
it's been
more.
over 30 years,
Over
34 years,
30
I
years.
guess. Yeah.
Okay, and so you have two clinics, right, as of now?
Yes, Nitiba Clinic is over 30 years old,
Okay,
and this new one here in Gurgaon is about 6 years.
okay. And are you operational in both the places during this lockdown?
Yeah, only for emergency services. We are open for a short time in Delhi.
Okay,
It's very important to take an appointment
okay.
for Delhi because we live in a residential area. It's a high risk area,
Hmm.
and we want to maintain the gap between our appointments. So we are
Right,
a little strict out there. Yeah.
right. Okay, and so basically you're recommending everyone to make a call and an appointment before just coming over.
Coming over to Delhi,
Yeah, or
I'm
even to
normally in
Gurgaon, I
Gurgaon.
guess.
Yes, I'm generally in Gurgaon because I live in Gurgaon. It's easier for me to. I don't have to go through the police checks.
Right, of course. So, how do you recommend we can take care of our pets during this lockdown?
See, basically, we got to take a few precautions.
Hmm.
Uh, Number one, do not uh, take your dogs out for walks for a very long period of time
Okay,
because number one, you're not only exposing yourself
right.
to the coronavirus, uh, which would be of great risk, and
Hmm.
at the same time, we don't want our dog to actually step onto somebody who has spat out in some place, thereby increasing the risk of the doggy carrying the virus on the body and bringing it home. So there are
Yeah.
few tips which I'll subsequently be telling you what's to be
Okay.
done.
Yeah.
But at the same time, yeah, sorry,
No, no, go ahead.
yeah, at the same time, we don't want our pets to become motu arms. We don't want them to put on too much of weight because of lack of exercise.
Yeah.
So just make sure that the diet is under control.
Okay.
And the first sign we see that they are putting on weight because their activity levels are going to come down.
Right.
So we don't want them to put on weight and then have the weight-related issues, health issues.
No, that's, I think, a very good point, because everyone's just focusing on, not being able to exercise. And like me, for sure, we didn't even think of reducing the diet because they're not moving around so much.
I'm myself putting on weight, so I just thought if I can put on, why not?
Same, I'm scared to wear my jeans. So you recommend after a walk, when we take them for a walk, we should wipe them down with something?
Yes, before we get into our houses, or we have to clean their paws, especially the paws, because they are in constant touch with the ground. So you can use wet wipes, you can use detergent solutions to clean the paws dry.
Okay.
You can use sanitizers, any of these ways.
Right.
But make sure you use them and you dry the paw completely, because we don't want the sanitizer, the alcohol, or the detergent being stuck in the paw, and thereby the doggy may get irritation. They may start licking, and then we'll have a health issue there. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's a very good point. So to dry, so wipe it and then dry it as well.
Yes, dry it as well. Maybe you can apply some talcum powder in between to keep it more dry, and daily grooming of the pet is very important.
Okay, so daily grooming, like brushing?
Brushing, that is important. During this particular time, what my suggestion would be that in case, I don't want to create an alarm, but just in case that there is so much hype going on about.
Sorry, can you repeat that? I think we lost you for a second.
Okay. What I was saying was that there's so much of hype going on regarding the COVID-19 virus that we wash our hands before we touch the dog, just to make sure that in case we have the virus, we don't allow it to come on the fur of the doggy.
Right.
And if the doggy has come out from after a walk, and if we are patting the doggy, then we wash our hands with soap water as recommended, so that cross transmission from there is minimized.
Okay, thank you. So I think we're starting to get some questions from the viewers, so I'll ask them. Lela the Spaniel, I think that's the dog herself. She's asking, she's 10 months old and she doesn't like to eat. Very choosy about her food. Is it okay to feed her once a day?
See, most of these small breeds are picky and choosy eaters. But they are bargaining with you. She's only 10 months old. She is trying to bargain with you for the things that she likes. But I guess you got to be a tough mom, and you got to let her know that she's not getting any bonuses, that this is her meal, take it or leave it. That would be the best thing. Do not make a mistake of hand feeding or giving her more treats, etc. Because that way she will learn that, look, if I don't eat, I'll get the treats. If I don't eat, probably I'll be hand fed. So I call this as LP syndrome, which is called as Lard Pyar syndrome. Never get into this.
LP syndrome. I think, dogs also, like we think we are training the dogs are also constantly training us. So we have to be careful of that.
Exactly. And dogs are very smart. Do not think that they are not intelligent. They are pretty intelligent.
For sure. She also wants to know how often should we give our dogs a bath, especially the ones with a lot of fur?
Uh, I would normally recommend once a month, but daily grooming, brushing is most important.
Hmm.
Uh, Now, supposing they get dirty, then maybe you can give them once every 3 weeks or so. But the lesser bath you give,
Yeah.
the better it is.
Okay.
There's a there's a reason behind that, and
Hmm.
the reason is that the skin has a lot of uh, healthy oils which protects the skin.
Right.
And if we give them bath more very frequently, we tend to
Hmm.
lose that protective covering of oil from the skin, thereby predisposing the skin for infections and other
Hmm.
abnormalities.
Yeah, makes sense. So, okay, so once a month or maximum once in 3 weeks, Lela. Okay, Anjali, where Anjali? Hi, mom. So she's asking, do you have any doggies, doc?
Me,
Yeah.
yes, I have
Yeah.
a Chihuahua and I have a cat as well.
Oh, what are their names?
The doggy is Mint and the cat is
Okay.
Mocha because she's smoke colored.
Oh,
She's
nice.
dark in color, grayish.
Nice. And but are you worried about the news that is coming that cats are also getting the coronavirus now, like that tiger got?
See, as long as the cats are indoors, they are pretty safe.
Hmm.
Uh, they have no chance of getting the infection. They are
Hmm.
already in the quarantine,
Right.
and that's what they are used to. So that is, I mean, I'm not worried about the cat. It's just that the doggy, when he's taken out for a walk,
Yeah.
the schedule is to wipe his feet and uh, just towel dry him,
Yeah.
especially the paws. So
No,
those things
especially,
are not.
some people are still approaching, like when we also walk our dogs, they're like, oh, is he friendly? Now, our dogs are very friendly, but I've started saying no, so they stay away because I don't know, who's dealing with what right now. So they want to come and touch, or the kids want to come and touch our dogs. So I have started saying he's not friendly, but he likes nothing more than meeting
Yes,
people.
yes.
But what to do?
Very true.
Okay, so my mom-in-law is also asking, can I use Dettol diluted with water because I'm not getting Savlon for wiping their paws?
It'll have to be highly diluted Dettol because Dettol does have a tendency to irritate the skin if it is not diluted enough.
Hmm.
So if you're using Dettol, then it better be diluted
Okay.
properly. Yeah.
Okay. And Saloni has a question. She's saying she wants to check about her coughing pug, male, 6 years old, with no other symptoms.
Coughing.
Coughing.
Okay. This season basically is the spring season. You have a lot of pollens in the air.
Hmm.
So most of the cases of cough during this season are allergic in origin.
Okay.
So normally anti-allergics will help.
Anti-allergy. Okay.
Anti-allergics should help because since there are so many pollens in the air,
Hmm.
you have flowers budding everywhere. Pollens are in the air. The
Right.
chances of allergies are maximum during this time.
Okay. So
So
dogs also
worldwide
get affected.
anti-allergics.
Like I get a lot of allergies in this season. So same for dogs. Yeah.
Same true. Even human asthmatic patients
Hmm.
are having a tough time during this time.
Yeah.
That's all because of allergies.
Right. Okay. Saloni, I hope that helps. Anirudh, can dogs wear Air Force Ones? No, Anirudh, they can only eat out of it. Sethi Ami Auntie, hi. So she's saying, what should we use to disinfect dogs' paws after a walk? He already answered that. You can use sanitizer, you can use soap, water, you can dilute Savlon or extremely dilute Dettol in water, and also make sure you dry the paws after disinfecting. Uh,
From the pet shops, you can also get wet wipes
Wet
They
wipes,
have
yeah.
they have antiseptics, so you can use that as well.
Yeah, okay. Any normal wet wipes, basically.
Yeah, they'll also do
Fresh
fine.
for Paws is saying my dog has a really bad throat. We got her to you 2-3 months back, and it was bronchitis, and then she left better, but now it's back. Which medicine should I give? It's bad at night, and she's uneasy. She's 13 and a half years old lab.
13-and-a-half-year-old lab this season, two things come to my mind. Number one, allergies. Number two, a cardiac cough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, allergies can result in bronchitis, allergic bronchitis.
Yeah.
So that is
So she's
one.
saying she had seen you 2-3 months back and you had diagnosed it as bronchitis only, but now it's back. She started feeling better, but now she's sick again. So.
Mhm. If she felt better, then it might not have. Then the chances of the cardiac cough are less.
Okay.
So perhaps one will have to repeat the same treatment.
Right.
And of course, that would also involve an anti-allergic along with the necessary medication.
Okay, so she's saying she got an X-ray and she was fine. So I guess.
Yeah, so there's no cardiac cough.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So you can also call Dr. Rana for a follow-up, Fresh for Paws, since he's already treated your dog once, and get in touch with him about it in detail. And Saloni is saying for the cough that you were recommending anti-allergy, she's tried cetirizine, but I guess that is for skin. Any specific medicine you recommend for anti-allergy?
And you have different anti-allergics. You have Phenargan, you have cetirizine, you have Alprex, you have Avel. In very bad case, steroids.
Steroids, okay.
In
So,
very bad
but
allergic
begin
cases.
with the basic over-the-counter anti-allergy.
Yeah, start with they can always use cetirizine as a first line of defense. Otherwise,
Okay.
you have Allegra. That is again a good anti-allergic. Phenargan does make them feel sleepy as well, so it serves both the purpose of suppressing the coughing center in the brain as well as giving them a good sleep.
Right. So Puppy Chef India had the same question about anti-allergy. I think that's answered pretty well, Puppy Chef. Advika is asking, how is apple cider vinegar helpful for dogs?
Apple cider vinegar. Many people claim it to be very good for anything and everything. Some people say that it's very excellent for taking care of the ticks, for fleas, for the hair, for body weight loss, for a number of things. But it all depends how that individual is responding to the apple cider vinegar.
Right.
When I came to know about it 3 years back, I also decided, look, I don't want to get fat. Let me drink apple cider vinegar. And it wasn't my cup of tea.
No.
Yeah. No, it resulted in an upset tummy, and well, I had 2-3 good holidays then.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's helped my dog, the German Shepherd Pasha. He has very sensitive skin. So if I spray it diluted with water, like 50% apple cider vinegar and 50% water, it helps maintain his pH balance in his skin, and his coat has become like much better than before.
Probably it has suited him well.
Yeah, it has suited him definitely. And the other dog on my lab, it has no effect. He looks the same, so I stopped using it.
So it varies from individual to individual, actually.
Yeah.
It's worth giving it a try. If it works, excellent. If it doesn't work, then well, we are back to where we are. Yeah.
Anirudh is asking, can Akita survive without AC?
Can an Akita survive without AC? Luckily, the electricity supply situation has improved in the NCR, so nothing much to complain. Yes, I mean, they are used to the cooler climatic conditions.
Yeah.
They do have a tendency to feel a lot warmer. They do have a double coat. Uh, they would require to be cooled down and stay in a cooler environment.
Right.
So I guess forget about the electricity bills, but I think keep them comfortable.
Yeah. Thank you. Shruti Venugopal is saying, I know of a dog in Bangalore who hasn't been eating for the last 4-5 days, and everything she eats, she has been puking. Any suggestion? The dog is 6 years old. I don't know what type of dog, she didn't mention.
The doggy has to visit a vet. Vomiting is a symptom of a number of things: hepatitis, pancreatitis, leptospirosis, gastritis, food allergy, intestinal obstruction. The list goes on and on. So it would be wrong on my part to be
Right.
just picking up one of those conditions and try to treat it for that, while it could just be something else, something different.
Right. Shruti, there's a list of vets on DocSpot who are working in the lockdown across India, and we had interviewed Dr. Kumar of Cessna Hospital. I know that is open in Bangalore, so maybe you can tell your friend to get in touch with them and schedule a visit for a checkup. Weasel is saying, Doctor, what are the symptoms of nasal mites and what is the cure? Dog showing symptoms like reverse breathing.
Reverse sneezing, fortunately, is not a bad thing. In fact, most of us humans also reverse sneeze, if not every day, every second day. And if I could be a little comical, I can explain to you what reverse sneezing in human
Please,
is.
go
It
ahead.
is
Okay.
clearing up our sinus. Doggies
Okay.
also have to reverse sneeze to clear up their sinuses. People who do not actually have not experienced reverse sneezing or don't know much about it, they go into a panic mode that my dog is going to die, don't know what's happening, has he got a cardiac arrest? You know, the best thing that you can do is to pat him on his head, rub his neck, and he'll settle down.
Okay.
It's
So,
not a
but
pathological condition.
what are nasal mites? What are the symptoms of those then?
In my 30 years, I haven't seen a doggy with nasal mites.
Okay.
It would be a very rare thing. If any dust mite has gone into the nostril, that's something I can understand. But nasal mites, I haven't seen any in my career.
Okay. So it just might be clearing of the sinuses again, maybe because of the pollen in the air right now is having trouble.
Yes, sinuses can happen. Inflammation of the sinus generally are allergic in origin. Just the way we humans get this. It
Right.
can also be due to infections, which is a very, very small percentage of dogs. Very, very
Okay.
small percentage of dogs. But 99% of them are due to allergies.
Okay. So, Weasel, I hope that answers your question. Thank you, Dr. Rana. Puppy Chef India is asking, Doctor, for street dogs, what's the best homemade food to give?
Best homemade food. Okay. A combination of carbs, proteins would be good. You can use vegetables and cereals for carbs and fibers. You can use eggs or chicken for proteins. You can make a broth of this and you can
Great.
get this. So this would be easily digestible. Most of the ingredients are easily available. So I think this would be a nice balanced diet. It's much better than we see many times people feeding only milk and bread or
Yeah.
only biscuits. And these you find normally around the shopping centers. I was surprised to see near Khan Market that most of the doggies are super heavy. You know, if you have
Yeah.
ever noticed that.
Yeah.
That is because they are getting the wrong kind of diet. People generally feed them biscuits, bread, so that only adds to the carbohydrate.
Right.
and the body fat. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, if you're thinking of feeding dogs, everyone is, I think, just giving biscuits because it's handy and it's convenient. And but if you want to properly feed a stray dog, then please make the broth that, like Dr. Rana has said. Saloni is saying, I have a male Labrador. His deworming is due. Could you assist me with the name of the medicine which I can get over the counter from a basic pharmacy?
From the basic pharmacy, generally the dewormers for doggies are complex uh, dewormers. They have something for the tapeworms, which is again very common with the pets. They're good for roundworms, penworms, hookworms, etc. So I would suggest that take a pet dewormer.
Okay.
That should be available generally at the pet stores and at the veterinarian. And you have a number of trade names available. I don't know if I can give the trade names over this program, but generally those tablets are one tablet per 10 kg body weight.
10 kg. Okay.
Yeah, and those are better than the ones that are used for humans. Reason being, the human tablets are generally for a person weighing about 60 kilos or more.
Okay.
And the dog is maybe 10 kilos to 30 kilos. So
yeah,
let's not give them wrong medication or over medication. So the veterinary dewormers are safer, more effective, and they have a wide range of action
right.
as far as
Different
kind of worms are concerned.
So Saloni, please stick to a pet deworming tablet only. And Dr. Rana said all of them are fine. Just give one per 10 kgs for the weight of your dog. I am Indir Arora saying, hi, I have a 4-month Lhasa Apso puppy. How many times in a month should I bathe him?
Have a 4-month-old?
Lhasa Apso puppy.
Okay. And how many times she needs to bathe him?
Yeah.
Okay. Once a month I think is good enough. But daily grooming, combing is most important because they have long hair and we don't want the hairs to get knotted.
Right.
Knotted hairs are only going to result in problems.
Okay. Gitanjali is asking, any remedies for a constipated cat, doctor?
There is a very good cat laxative available,
Okay.
which is very good for the hairball and other stuff. I think most of the pet shops and the vet clinics have that. It comes in a small bottle,
Okay.
and it's very effective. That is the first choice. The other choice that you have are liquid paraffin, any of these mineral oils. They are also pretty good.
Okay, Gitanjali, all the best with your cat. And Advika is asking, should we give dog milk? Because I heard it's not good for dogs. Is it true?
That way milk is not good for humans as well. But as long as the dog is not lactose intolerant, it's fine. If he's able to digest milk, excellent. If the doggy cannot digest milk, has vomiting and diarrheal issues, then I think he's not the candidate for milk.
Right.
As long as they don't have lactose intolerance, it's fine.
Okay. Ali Saif is asking, cat की deworming कैसे करें?
Cat की deworming कैसे करें? The most practical way is you get a pill dispenser. It's like a syringe kind of a thing in which on the front you put the pill, you open the cat's mouth, open it wide and put it in and syringe it in deep inside. So the cat will take it. Okay, there's no other friendlier way of giving deworming to a cat. If you keep speaking to the cat even for 10 years, the cat is not going to eat. You'll have to force it down.
Okay. I've never had a cat, but I find it very fascinating how their dynamic is completely different from that of a dog.
Very true.
Okay, so Puppy Chef is continuing his question about the street feeding of the dogs. He's saying, I saw a lot of street feeders making bone broth with rice, but it's too diluted and they're giving on muddy roads. Is it okay because dog is consuming loads of dust as well?
Mm. Okay, could you repeat the question, ma'am?
He's saying, the street food that the stray dogs people are feeding, they're feeding on the road. So the dogs are consuming a lot of dust as well. So is that okay?
Mhm. But the question is, at least they are getting some food. They may
Yeah,
not be getting in the most appropriate way, but let's put it this way, that they are getting
true.
at least some food. Otherwise, they would be eating garbage.
Yeah, that's true. And
I don't know
if
if
you're
I'm.
seeing that and if you're in a position to provide some bowls, just place it there and rest of the time you can fill it with water as well. So they have some water to drink too. So,
Yeah, if that can
yeah.
be done, that would be the other choice.
Then Rahul and Weasel have questions. One is about deworming and one is about walking. Guys, both have been answered by Dr. Rana already. Our live session will be available on DogSpot for 24 hours, so you can come back and watch it. He's already explained both these points. Aniruddha is asking, dogs don't carry COVID-19, do they? Because I've heard cats carry it.
Yes, I mean, as long as the cat is domesticated and is indoors, you're
Yeah,
fine. But if the cat is going out, uh, there have been cases reported, but probably the percentage is a very small percentage.
right.
So I don't know how to place it, because I would not say that all cats are carriers of COVID.
Right.
Certain tigers were infected in the zoo in the US, uh, but I think COVID situation is pretty new right now. So very difficult for me to say with authority that, well, cats are carriers of COVID. It would probably be wrong right
Right.
now. Even the WHO says that the pets actually are not the carriers. They cannot transmit COVID to humans.
Okay.
Probably humans can make the animal a carrier of COVID. Like, for example, if I have the coronavirus and if I sneeze on my pet and my sneeze material falls on the hair and my pet goes to other Y person and that
Right.
person is patting it, then that person can pick it up.
Yeah. So
That is
again,
what I think.
please wipe down your dogs after every walk, wipe down their paws, like Dr. Rana instructed earlier. So Anirudh, you can also go back and view the video from the beginning. So about the Lhasa, he's also asking, Inder Arora is asking, my Lhasa fur is very dull. Anything in his diet can bring changes.
Fish oil is a good option. Seven Seas cod liver oil we used to give much earlier. That is very good for this. There are a number of commercial products available these days,
Yeah,
which are their omega fatty acid to help the fur. But if you're giving a balanced diet
right.
and grooming the pet well, then I don't think you need supplementation.
Okay. So thank you. Mamta is saying, I have a 2-year-old beagle. He sleeps for long hours in the day, and after every nap, he stays awake only for 30 to 40 minutes max. He's super active when we interact. Is sleeping long hours good for dogs?
How old is he?
He is 2 years old, beagle.
2-year-old beagle sleeping 20 hours a day.
Yeah, she didn't say how many. She's saying long hours in the day, and after every nap, he's only awake for 30 to 40 minutes max.
Uh-huh. I think they should check for his thyroid.
Okay.
They would need a thyroid test.
Okay. So, Inder, I think you should do that. Then we have somebody, Topi Chef is asking, too much discharge from the eyes, is it a symptom of worms?
It's also a symptom of infections, allergies, indigestion, worm infestation, a number of reasons.
So again, please get it checked by a vet if you suspect something is
Yeah.
wrong. Rana is here. Hi Rana, thanks for, he's saying the questions on Facebook, so he's posting it here. Thanks for doing that. Richa Mishra is asking, hi Dr. Rana, I feed some Indies around my area. A couple of them have stopped eating, only drinking water. What could be the reason? How can I help them?
I guess it's getting warmer,
Yeah.
so you might have to modify their diet a little bit. Probably during summers they don't have to burn so much of calories to maintain the body heat. So they would require a little upliftment in their protein portion in their diet.
Right.
So probably increase the protein percentage to some extent. They don't need a lot of carbohydrates.
Right.
That would be a common reason for them not eating, because normally during the summers or the hotter months, the appetite generally takes a hit.
Right. So try increasing the protein and reduce the carbohydrates. That might motivate them to eat a little bit. Inder is also asking how to give him 7 C's oil. Quantity, please.
For a Lassa Epso,
Yeah.
half a teaspoon morning, half a teaspoon evening in the diet.
Okay.
You can just top
Thank
up
you.
the diet.
Okay, somebody called Kashi Vishweshwar says that Dr. Rana saved his Rottweiler. Please convey my gratitude to him.
I'm happy I could save you.
You saved my dog too, so we are very grateful for you and your clinics, and we're very lucky to have you in our area, Dr. Rana. Really.
Well, it's an honor to be able to serve.
Thank you. Sandeep is saying, hi, I have a female Labrador, 6 years old. She has black patches surrounding both eyes. What can be the cause for same?
Black patches between the thighs.
No, so eyes.
Eyes, is it?
Eyes, around the eyes. Yeah.
Around the eyes. If she's rubbing her eyes, she's creating physical trauma to the eye. Allergies are a very common reason for this. I hope the dog is not walking into bushes and having some kind of a plant allergy.
Okay.
That's a very common reason. The other one would be fungal infection.
Okay.
Fungal infection does leave black marks. So
again, Sandeep, best to get it checked by your vet, so they can diagnose it properly if there is a... Okay, from Facebook we have Sarthak Das. He's saying, my dog has miscarriage 3 to 4 weeks back. She was diagnosed for pyometra infection. She was on saline and antibiotics. She had green discharge and it stopped, but still after a week or two she's discharging white pus. What can I do? Labrador female, 4 years old.
If it is an infection of the uterus, don't even think about it. It calls for surgical removal of the uterus.
Okay.
Otherwise, you will just keep pumping the doggy with antibiotics, getting temporary results, temporary relief, but then it is going to come back. So the chances of recurring infections with the antibiotic therapy in pyometra are there, but ultimately you will have to remove the uterus. So I don't see a reason why you want to pump the doggy with antibiotics again and again.
Yeah.
So you might as well go in for a pyometra surgery and get rid of the infection. Otherwise, it can be life-threatening.
Wow. So Sarthak, I hope that helps. Please consult your regular vet about the same. Hippie Moonlight is saying, hello doc, can you tell me when does one need to give a heartworm tablet? Mine is 4-year-old GSD male.
Heartworm tablet?
Yeah, when to give? When does one need to give?
See, heartworm, fortunately, in our country, have been reported in the coastal belts in Tamil Nadu and Kerala.
Okay.
They are not prevalent in the mainland.
Oh,
So I haven't seen a case of heartworm as yet. And we don't have any heartworm tablets in our country for the same reason that it's not a common condition like it is in the West.
okay.
So it doesn't call unless they have diagnosed it, done a heartworm test, and if they have come out with a positive result.
Right.
I don't think one should panic. If the
Yeah.
doggy has,
No, she's saying how does one decide? So I don't think there's any official diagnosis as such. She's just curious.
there is a test by a company called IDEX,
Hmm.
which is available. So she
Okay.
can always have the test done at wet lab and other labs. So
Okay, thank you.
there is a test for that.
So Mamta Rao is asking, will thyroid make dogs sleepy for long hours?
They make you lazy, they make you fat. So if the doggy is lazy and the dog feels extra cold,
Hmm.
has a bit of hair condition, any of these symptoms, or is putting on weight, then I think running a canine specific thyroid test makes a lot of sense.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Inder is asking also, it is season for ticks and fleas. How to protect my Lhasa as he's small and I don't want to use spray on him like Rid and others.
Okay. See, basically, we got to think in this way that the ticks do not fly and come onto the pet.
Hmm.
The doggy has to go to an area where the ticks are prevalent, and
Right.
those are generally in the green areas, the forest area, or the green belt area, or where you have excess amount of grass.
Hmm.
So I would suggest keep off the grass as much as possible if your doggy is prone to the tick infestation. Then, as far as the therapy is concerned, you do have those spot-ons which are applied behind the neck once a month.
Okay.
They are also pretty good. Then you have a few more advanced pills that have come out in the market,
Okay.
and they're quite effective for 3 to 4 months. So if the tick problem is not sorted out by precaution, then go to the spot-ons. Spot-ons, you don't have to spray on the whole body. It's only behind the neck. If that serves the purpose, excellent. Otherwise, the pill is the last resort, which is pretty good.
Thank you. From Facebook, another question. Mr. Mukul Vaid. Hi, Dad. He's my father-in-law. Is there a kennel cough vaccine available in India? And what is the inoculation schedule?
Yes, kennel cough is available in our country.
Okay.
It has been available, I think, for the past 4 years, 5 years, maybe more.
Okay.
And we do have the nasal drops. The vaccine is in the form of nasal drops.
Okay.
And also in the injectable form. We prefer nasal drops since it's a non-invasive way.
Right.
To be given once a year.
Once a year?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Weasel is saying, Doctor, how do you spend time with your pets and family during lockdown?
I work. I'm working here now. I'm in the clinic. It's fun. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm here morning and evening in the Gurgaon clinic. So I'm getting more time to spend here, while earlier I used to go a lot to Delhi.
Oh, yeah. Saving some traveling time at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though the traffic is much better now. Now one feels like going.
Okay. Ani Gupta has a question. He's saying, "Sir, should I go with Sorry, I don't know these medicines, so excuse my pronunciation. Cyclosporine or Visolone tablets for my 10-year-old lad suffering from perianal fistulae."
Cyclosporine.
Okay.
A combination of cyclosporines and ketoconazole is the therapy for perianal fistulas.
Okay. Thank you. Puppy Chef is asking, Doctor, how to check if the dog has any heart problems?
Heartworm.
Yeah, heart problems.
It's a heart problem. Well,
Heart
you have a
problems.
number of procedures. You have ECGs, you have echoes, you have X-rays. But then the symptoms of a cardiac disease would be exercise intolerance. The doggy would walk a little and start panting, maybe have a cough. The cough will, in a heart patient, is generally more at night time.
Okay.
So if you find any of these abnormal symptoms, then the heart needs to be evaluated.
Thank you. Sheetal Atri is asking, my dog had tick fever, gave 3-day antibiotic course. Please advise, do I need to give 21-day course of Deca 21 too so that it doesn't reoccur?
See, tick fever is a very broad term. The blood parasites, you have Babesia canis, Babesia gibsoni, ehrlichiosis, hepatozoonosis, number of other ones.
Right.
So the treatment would actually depend on which of these have been diagnosed. Like
Okay.
for example, if it is ehrlichiosis, course of doxycycline from anything between 3 to 6 weeks should normally do. You also have imidocarbs for that can be given. But it would actually depend on what kind of tick fever it is. Because tick fever is a
Sheetal,
very
best
broad term.
to again, consult the vet who did the diagnosis and prescribe the first dose of medication, because they would be familiar with the diagnosis and the history of the pet.
Yeah.
So Richa Mishra is asking, could you please share 7C's dosage for an indie weighing around 20 kgs?
Share the dosage of 7C's.
7C's.
Cod liver oil.
Yeah.
That size, a teaspoon should be good enough twice a day.
Twice a day. Okay. Indrani says, my 2.5-year-old lab is not drinking water as much as she needs to. Any alternative or any other ways?
Even the beer shops are closed now. The doggy is going to eat and drink as much as it wants. If the water bowl is lying in front and if it is thirsty, it will have it. If it doesn't want, it won't.
Yeah.
Probably it doesn't require it. Because, doggies also meet the water requirement, fluid requirement through their diets.
Right.
So we should consider that as well, that they are having water through their regular diet.
Yeah. Thank you. Hippie Moonlight is saying, how long can I wait to neuter my dog? I'm trying to mate him at least once before I do it.
See, there is no age of neutering, for neutering. If the doggy has no health issues, I would suggest that you can always wait. If there's no prostate enlargement, stone issue, then you don't have to. But if there is a medical reason for it, then do neuter. You do have advantages of neutering and disadvantages as well. The disadvantage is that they have a tendency to put on weight, and once the doggy puts on weight, then the arthritic issues will really amplify.
Right.
So one has to be a little uh, selective. You got to think about it about neutering.
Yeah.
If you make sure that you're not going to allow your pet to put on weight after neutering by controlling his diet and giving him good exercise, then fine, go ahead.
Right.
But if you're not going to do either of these two things, then the tendency is that they will put on weight, and then the arthritic conditions, limping issues will come up. The metabolism in a canine slows down by about 25 to 30% after neutering.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that is the reason why they tend to put on weight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ishika has a question about her cat who is a year old. He's not eating well since 3 days and also puked twice. He has loose motion but not that frequent. What to do? Also, he's pooping outside the litter box. Please suggest.
Vomiting.
Yeah.
Vomiting. First thing that comes to my mind is a hairball.
Hairball.
Yeah, because now is the time when the shedding is going to be more than normal. So I guess hairball issues are going to be a little more. I always say that do not play around with the diets of a cat, because the cats like to have one particular kind of a diet or a particular brand. If we change it, then they have a tendency to get an upset tummy, be it in the form of vomiting or diarrhea.
Right.
So do not change the diet frequently. The hairball issue was the other one that came to my mind. But normally that should settle down in about 3-4 days. If it does not, then there are other reasons for vomiting, so that one will have to probably evaluate and then move forward.
Thank you, Dr. Rana. Weasel is saying much respect and salute to all doctors. Definitely, you're continuing to come to work, and it brings us peace of mind knowing that, you're available if needed. Sanjita is saying, hello, sir. Not able to take my fur babies out for a walk. This seems to be affecting their digestion as well as appetite. Can you please suggest something to improve their digestion and general well-being?
I think play with them indoors. That would be good. Some kind of physical exercise indoors, since we can't take them out. That would be good. Don't overfeed the pet.
Yeah.
And again, as I said, don't change the diet frequently. If the if the pet is on a dog food, a particular brand, it may not have been available because of the lockdown. So one tends to, supplement with some other diet. So that can also cause tummy upset.
Also, if you're looking for someone is looking for dog food, DogSpot is delivering all across India. Please go to dogspot.in and you can check their website and delivery and brand options also. They have a lot of options available. She's also saying they're vomiting and watery stool alongside.
So it is gastroenteritis. What I would suggest is do give them some anti-vomiting medication. You have Vondam, you have Perinom, you have certain digestives like gripe water. Those can be given for the vomiting part of it. And you have certain things which are anti-diarrheal like your power gel syrup. So these are available at most of the human chemists.
Right.
So you might easily pick them up from the human chemist and give them these to treat the pet while you can't take them out during the lockdown.
Padmavati is saying, hello doctor, do we have special nebulizers for dogs? Our dog has been diagnosed with heart enlargement. He's a 3-year-old Labrador. Please tell us what we can do during the lockdown. Yes,
certainly nebulizers can be used, and the same nebulizer as the human nebulizer. except that you don't have to put the mask on the face of the thing. You can just put it near the mouth, so when the doggy is breathing in,
Yeah.
it's going to take the vapors in. So nebulization can be done, and you need the same nebulizer as the human one, so that is fine. But if it is got a heart, if the pet has a heart issue, the heart medication have to go on. There's no
Okay.
doubt about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Dr. Rana, Instagram cuts off after 1 hour. So just log back in. If it does that, I'll reconnect you. We have about 3-4 minutes. So I'll ask in the meanwhile. He's saying my Lhasa has also developed cherry eye in both eyes, and medical procedures are there, or last option is surgery.
The only option is surgery. There's no medical option available for that.
Okay.
Yeah. The only option is surgery. There's no medicine which will place the glands back into the eye.
Right. Okay. Hippie Moonlight has another question about her GSD. She's saying, how can I keep GSD teeth clean? I brush them with dog paste every night, but unable to brush the insides. And how can I control bad breath?
Bad breath is due to two reasons, either indigestion or bad oral hygiene, which would be either dental tartar or gingivitis and things like that. So bad breath, you got to actually check out the reason for bad breath. If it is indigestion, then the digestion should be improved. If it is tartar, that will have to be addressed. If it is
Okay.
oral ulceration, that will have to be taken care of. And as far as the feet cleaning is concerned, I know many dogs are very touchy about their paws.
Yeah.
So what I would suggest is that do use some powder. I normally recommend Nycil powder because
Okay.
it is an antibacterial, antifungal powder available at most of the places. Every provision store has it. That
Right.
can be nicely dusted in the paw, liberally dusted in the paw between the digits
Okay.
and the pads. So that will help
Thank you.
the paw condition.
Right. Sheetal Atri is asking, my golden 10 years old has discharged light pink from penis once last month and again 3 weeks after that. This time it was dark brown. Though it's not too much and he's not neutered, what would be the reason?
How old is he? She says
10 years old.
10-year-old.
Yeah.
The first thing that comes to my mind is the prostate, whether it is a prostate issue. So the prostate needs to be checked, and maybe a culture sensitivity of the discharge that should be taken into account
Okay.
and then appropriately treated.
Thank you. Sanjita just wants to say thank you to you. She's saying thank you so much, Dr. Rana, and also for this opportunity. Much gratitude. And Ishika, who had the sick cat, she's saying she hasn't changed her cat's food and there's no fur ball in the vomit also. So I'm a bit concerned.
There's no cat food available.
No, she's saying she hasn't changed. Cat food is fine. This is the same one where you had said maybe there are fur ball problems. So.
Okay. Then I think she'll have to think in terms of a fur ball. That would be number one. If that doesn't solve the problem, then I think she will have to give some anti-vomiting drug.
Okay.
Ondam should be good. Ondam drops, 5 to 7 drops morning, evening. That should normally solve the vomiting issue. But if it still continues, as I said, vomiting is a symptom of liver disease, pancreatic disease, number of diseases. So one will
Right.
have to get into more details if it isn't resolved soon.
Okay. Thank you. Niharika is saying my dog is having a kidney. Hopefully this will work. Okay. Hi, Saloni. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that, Dr. Rana.
No, cool.
So yeah, so we had a question from Niharika about her dog with kidney failure and whose creatinine is at 4.4. So she's asking what is the further course of treatment for that?
Number one, we want to know whether the kidneys are down because of an infection.
Okay.
So the procedure that I follow is I get a urine test done, routine and
Okay.
culture, to rule out an infection. If there's an infection, address the infection, and then do continue with the fluid therapy, which I'm sure her vet is giving. Fluid
Okay.
therapy with the other supplements like antacids, vitamins, etc. So those have to go on.
Okay.
If there's an infection, treat the infection with appropriate antibiotics.
Right. Yeah, it's quite an old dog. She's saying it's 12.5 years old. So
12.5 years old, maybe a
Yeah.
chronic kidney disease. The
Yeah.
hemoglobin would have also fallen. Maybe she'll need to do an ultrasound of the kidneys to check the structure of the kidney, the morphology of the kidney.
okay.
Yeah.
Hippie Moonlight is saying, can I give Gutwell powder on a daily basis for good digestion?
Gutwell is good. Any probiotic is nice.
Okay.
In my experience, I've seen Digene helps a lot for
Okay.
indigestion,
Right.
and especially if they have bad smell coming from their mouth, halitosis. For that, the Digene is a good option.
You getting some hellos. Shobik saying, good evening, Dr. Rana. Rakhi Kumar is saying, hello, Dr. Rana. Obviously, all your regulars here.
Tell them all in the well.
Gaurav is saying, you are an inspiration to many youngsters looking to have a career in pet care.
Thank you. Thank you.
Pranav is saying, is it a myth that dogs gain weight after getting neutered?
That dogs
gain weight after getting neutered?
Yes, yes. I discussed this earlier.
Yeah.
That the metabolism goes down by about 25-30%.
Yeah.
It slows
Pranav,
down by
that
25%.
video is on our profile. You can go through it. He did discuss neutering in detail and, the weighing the pros and cons. So he mentioned both. So you can go through the video, which is on the DogSpot handle. It will be available for 24 hours. So Gaurav also is saying India is woefully short of veterinarians. Please talk about being a vet as a career.
I didn't get.
Gaurav is saying India is short of veterinarians. Please talk about being a vet as a career.
As a career, excellent. And this is the right time because when I started my practice, we had so much of challenges. We did not have proper diagnostics.
Right.
We did not have proper medication for treatment.
Right.
And right now it's a boom of information, knowledge, availability of products, availability of diagnostics. I think this is the right time for someone who wants to take up veterinary as a profession.
Right.
And I'm sure you won't regret it. But of course, the first thing is that you must love the animals.
Yeah.
And if you like them, then there's no going back. Yeah.
So how do you feel? You obviously are you're great with our pets, and nobody can do this like you have for 30 years if you really don't enjoy it or you're not passionate about it. So for people like earlier, I think vet school was a choice if they couldn't get into medical school. But I see now, we were talking to someone else also, and they said he sees now in younger people, they actually make it a choice over human medicine because they like animals so much.
Yeah. In fact, you'll be surprised to know that in most of the vet schools now,
yeah,
you have the 50% population is of girls.
Wow.
girl
Okay.
students.
Right.
In our class of 118,
Yeah.
we had, I think, 2 or 3 girls.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. But now I think girls are very enthusiastic about it,
Hmm.
which is good because here,
Right.
uh, uh, in fact, both of my children are very, and it's not that I
Yes.
forced them into getting into veterinary sciences. Probably
Okay.
from behind, they were probably saying my dad is doing so much and this that. So when they decided, I asked them that look, don't go because your dad is there. You should
Yeah.
choose a job or a profession
Hmm.
which you love. And they said, no, no, we already thought about it. Don't try to make us change our mind. So I said, fine.
Yeah, no, I think I've met one of your daughters at the Nitibag clinic, and she was equally. I mean, she has a lot of you in her because she was the same way with our dogs, like you are.
She
And
is my
Mattu,
beta. She is
huh?
my beta. She is a photocopy of me. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I felt that also in her mannerisms and all. It was very similar to you. So I felt very. It was very nice to see, that she's there and she's behaving the same way as you. So it was very good to
Uh,
see.
no, she is also dedicated to the core. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't find many people who are dedicated so much. But she still has a long way to go. She just started her career. Yeah.
yeah. No, of course, experience. I mean, only can come with time. There is no substitute for that.
Very true.
So okay. Yeah, just couple of more questions, Dr. Dana. Then we'll let you
Sure.
go.
Sure,
So,
sure.
Aarti is asking, in this weather, is it good to give them some curd mixed with water daily?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Curd can be given.
Okay. And Kirti is saying, my dog's face had swollen suddenly. Took him to the clinic, but since there was no vet, the helper gave 2 injections. She's not saying what injections, but wanted to know exact cause of it. How do I find out if it's food poisoning or insect bite?
It would probably be an insect bite.
Okay.
99% chances of it being an insect bite.
Okay.
It's like a Doberman's face becomes like a boxer's face. That would be an insect bite normally.
Yeah.
A bee bite or an insect bite, yeah.
Senthil is saying, please ask to motivate people to feed stray animals with food and water, also to show humanity to them.
Yes, I think the society owes that much kindness to the other living creatures.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, even these are God's creatures and they need our support now.
Yeah.
So I think everybody should put in, pitch in their effort. Do leave some water for the birds and the stray dogs. Uh, do try feeding at least one dog. One family
Yeah.
takes care of one stray, one has then
Yeah.
done pretty good then. Yeah.
Especially in this lockdown, I feel, the market dogs are suffering because the residential dogs are still, people are home and they're continuing to feed,
Yeah.
but dogs who relied on the markets and the shops there for their food
Yeah.
are suffering a little bit. So if you go to the market, please carry some food for them. You can feed them there.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
That would be good. That
Okay,
would
Dr.
be very
Rana.
kind.
Yeah, definitely. That's, I think, a nice note to finish this. Thank you so much for your time. We're very grateful for the same.
My pleasure. My pleasure. I hope I could pass on some information.
No, it was very informative, and thank you for your service. Also, we're very lucky to have you as a vet, really.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.